Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks since my last video and a few things have changed. For one thing, the weather a couple of times. There was 1.5 feet of snow on the ground the last time I shot, which was about a month ago. Now that's all melted, but now we have a deep freeze again. And it's quite cold. It's right about freezing. It gets 0 degrees centigrade, 32 Fahrenheit. Maybe a little colder than that because I'm right actually on the beach, so the wind is coming off the water. But I'm going to do some bird photography today. I haven't done that in in several months. And I've got my R6 with my Tamron 150-600 mounted on it today. I'm hoping you can hear me fairly well. It's a little breezy, but I think my mic should be able to still pick up the sound pretty decently. I can see some sandpipers and some gulls around here right now. I'm on the shore of Fort Chilton Beach, which is on the Rockaway Peninsula in Queens, New York. And we'll see what we can see. I'm going to try to set up for some shots of hopefully that group of sandpipers that's down the shore as I'm looking at it right now will come back and I'll be able to get a decent shot of them. But in the meantime, let's just take a look around. I'm a little surprised it's this deserted, even though it's a cold day in the middle of March. This is a nice little beach. I'm sure there are people who would be in better weather, would be dog walking, that kind of thing right now. But right now, this place is deserted, which is fine with me for now. I just want to mention also that a couple of weeks ago, I had the pleasure and honor really of being a guest on Joe Cristina's channel. Joe is a gear and photo news reviewer. And after having had, and I watch this show a lot just for a lot of information about what's going on with the latest in tech, what's going on with the latest in photo gear and the news of photography. And we've been going back and forth in terms of comments and such. And he invited me on to have a little chat. I'll put a link to the video below. It happened a couple of weeks ago. It was a live chat, and I thought it went pretty well. It was very interesting, and I thought it was well received. So. You can take a look at that after you watch this video. Again, I'll probably put an end card at the end of this video of the end of this video to my interview video with Joe Cristina. And I urge all of you guys, if you're interested in what's going on in photography, to watch him. Okay, so let's go set up. I see the sandpipers kind of going back and forth, and there's quite a few of them. So let me set up, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So the birds are working their way up and down the shore. I'm just going to have to wait for them to come back this way rather than chasing them up and down. If I just sit here and become basically another one of the boulders, and pardon the sniffling, it's the cold air, it always does it to me, but they're going to come back. One thing about shorebirds is that the best angle to shoot them from is kind of low, which is why I'm sitting on the ground. And in fact, what I may wind up doing with the R6 is use the LCD, flip it out, flip it down, and be able to have the camera way down like at this height or lower, just hold it between my legs, because the other option would be a lie down on the ground, which would be fine, except that my age, lying down is the problem, is getting back up. So I'm going to sit here, wait for a while, hopefully they'll come back. When they do, I'll have some footage of them as well as some stills, and you'll see them upcoming. So stay with me. Yeah, I believe those are sanderlings. I'll put a firm ID on the video when I post it. They seem to be a little skittish, which is normal, I guess, to expect. They had been coming this far off the beach, but they stopped about 50 feet away from me. And while I'm about 30 feet off the shore, they don't want to seem to come up any further in this beach. So maybe I'll back up just a little bit from the shoreline and see if they come a little closer, and I can get some better footage of them. one interesting thing I'm noticing shooting with the Tamron 150-600 G2 adapted to my R6 is that the autofocus keeps jumping. I've got it set for animal eye autofocus, and when it locks on it's fine, but it keeps jumping onto the waves that are breaking behind the birds, which it really shouldn't do. So that's somewhat annoying. I am in the market for another lens. I'm thinking about either the 800 f11 or maybe the 150 to 100 to 500 f lens, because I'm pretty sure that native glass will behave much better. I've been using adaptive glass for landscapes and such, but not for wildlife. So really, this is the first time I've come across this particular issue with the 150 to 600. Hopefully the next time I'm shooting wildlife, it'll be with either the 800 f11, which is out of stock, but I've, got a stock alert waiting for it, or maybe even the 100 or 500. Both of those are the Canon RF lenses, and hopefully they'll behave a little bit better. But right now I'm having some issues with the autofocus because it keeps jumping off the birds. When it's on, it's great, and when it's not, it's not. Behind me is a World War II bunker. Certainly it was would have been on the lookout for German submarines during the war. Nowadays, of course, it's just painted over with a lot of graffiti. I believe there is an entrance over on this side here, so I'm going to go over and see if I can get a look inside. Certainly this whole area, which I've not really visited, even though it's not that far from where I live, is rife for compositions for, which I may come back later this week and do a sunrise shoot in this area, because it's really kind of it's A, it's quiet this time of year, and B, it's very scenic. I mean, I'm not going to shoot anything like landscapes today because it's the middle of the day, it's blue sky, really just not ideal for that type of thing. Although I could even, as I'm thinking about it, come back and try some long exposure stuff. Anyway, definitely I'm going to be back here for landscapes, but right now I'm still on the lookout for birds. But let's take a look inside this bunker, if I can get inside, and hopefully I can, and we'll see what it looks like inside. Well, as you can see right now, the bunker is unfortunately closed, although judging from the amount of graffiti that's in there, that's not always been the case. I'll need to come back and find out if there's open hours, maybe during the spring and summer. Clearly a lot of kids have gotten in here one way or the other, but you can't get in there now. Well, a little bit of patience paid off. I came back to the beach and the sandlings worked their way down the beach right towards me. So I was probably within about 20 or 30 feet of them, and I got some nice footage of them and some stills, which I will put up while I'm talking. I couldn't do this video while I was shooting because I couldn't wait basically for the, I couldn't wait. One thing, the birds are very skittish, and so if I did anything, even like talking while they were around, they probably would have just taken off. So I sat down, I waited, and they came right up to me. So I'm pretty happy with that set of images. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to shoot out here because other than sandlings, there's not much going on. There was a flock of brants, but they swam away before I could get a shot of them. But this has been a pretty good reconnaissance mission for landscape as well as for the birding. Obviously there are shorebirds here and will be. The sandlings will probably be migrating north very soon, but they may be replaced by other birds that are around here during the summertime. And so I'll be back looking around for those. In the meantime, this definitely is an area that will lend itself to some interesting, minimal landscape shots. So this has been a good scouting mission for me also. All right, so I finally did decide to get down and dirty. Oops, get it level. So I finally did decide to get down and dirty at the birds level, and I think this is going to work. I got a couple of ducks. I think they're just black ducks. I don't normally see them by the shore, but they're feeding here now, so I'm on the ground. Oops. I think I'm underexposed for some reason. I don't know. Auto ISO. Should be okay. No, definitely should stuff underexposed. I don't know why. I don't know why I hit. That's the problem with the new camera that you don't use for photo that much, is that I haven't mastered all of the settings. Oh, ISO's on 100 on auto. That's what the problem is. Here we go. Battery's going down. Pretty happy with the footage I've got today, and if you are too and want to see more of it, number one, please give me a like. That really helps my channel, and number two, give me a subscription. You'll see the subscription button down below, and also the notification bell, so that you'll be automatically notified the next time I upload content. I expect I'll be back here pretty soon to shoot some more, probably landscapes, maybe a sunset in a couple of days, and until then, see you next time. Bye. I mean, I've been using adaptive lenses on the R6 occasionally, mainly for video, and not really had this problem. Then again, I have not been shooting wildlife with it, with any of the adaptive lenses. Just the. I don't know. I hope you can. Well. Oh, did I just ripped my pants? I sure did. I'm pretty happy with the footage I've gotten. And if you did too and you want to see more, then please hit that and if you, I'm pretty happy with the footage and the images that I've taken today. And I hope you are too. And if you did and you want to see more, please hit the notification bell. And, well, number one, subscribe, and then hit the notification.